Welcome everyone to another episode of Nerdstrodamus. I'm Dr. Pants!
I'm Lambo!
And we're doing a sequel.
So of all the crazy episodes we've ever done, which one are we gonna retread?
We're gonna retread one of my favorite episodes and one that is near and dear to your heart as well. Unfortunately, we're missing one person from that original episode, but that's okay.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Slipdad was in that episode.
Right, we're doing the JRPG Resurgence episode because 3 years ago, when we did that episode, JRPGs were coming back. We talked about Persona 5, Final Fantasy 15, the Xeno series, Dragon Quest, Fire Emblem, and we didn't talk about it, but the Trails of series is also real popular right now.
Yeah, so, I keep seeing stuff. I'm going to try the new one when it hits Switch, probably.
Well, the demo is up.
Excited.
You can try the demo, so go for it.
I will. I'll try the demo.
But we're getting a lot of this stuff coming back, and also we've still got a lot of RPGs that are running that don't have long range series from them or aren't as popular, like the Atelier series or Atelier. I don't know how to say that. And it started on the PS2. That's still going. Neptunia, that series is.
I was going to mention these couple of series because I was actually going to say that the problem with JRPGs was for a long time they were becoming parodies of themselves, and in some cases, literally. Yes.
The Neptunia series is a parody of itself. Same thing with Fairy Fencer. Yeah. That's another one. Omega Quintet. That was another one.
The only thing about all those series, and they're cool, but they have a very similar look and a similar feel, and they're going for the same demographic. You know.
Right. Where
the RPGs from our childhood went for all kinds of different kinds of people. You know.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I can't knock the Atelier series because that's actually been doing very well, and they are different. But the Neptunia and all that series, they all kind of fall into a very similar aesthetic.
Yes.
But, there's also lots of indie stuff coming out, which is really, really cool.
Almost an unbearable amount of indie stuff. There's so many $60 RPGs showing up on the Switch shop that I can't handle it. It actually freaks me out because am I missing out on this awesome RPG? But I'm not 15 anymore, so I don't have all the time to play all these RPGs anymore. You know, so I gotta make decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that, and talking about you being 15, and me being 15, what about all these long-running series that were there during the golden age, from the SNES to the PS2 era? Where are all these series that ran forever that just dropped off the face of the map?
Like Dark Cloud? Yes, like Dark Cloud. And Arc the Lad?
No. You can take your Arc the Lad and throw it in the bin. Dark Cloud was pretty good, and a lot of people love it. I know Snarls will stand up for Dark Cloud 2 a lot.
Yeah, Dark Cloud 2 was the first game I got from my PS2 back in the day.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I got that and Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah.
I don't even remember you playing Dark Cloud 2.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're actually going to talk about 5 series that were kind of long-running JRPG series that now that these things are coming back and are more popular, bring them back! Bring back these series! Give us new entries or something! You know?
These were really popular games back in the day. I mean, RPGs were the place to be for a very, very long time.
Absolutely. I mean, we could do probably an entire series of episodes just talking about these different RPG series that have gone extinct because, I mean, oh my god, the PlayStation 1 alone has so many RPG series on it. And I'm not talking about single games, I mean series. But, so, let's get going and talk about some series that we want to come back.
What's your first one? Go for it.
Suikoden. I want to see... I want to see it come back.
My first memory of Suikoden is opening up a GamePro magazine. Scary Larry's reviewing Ace Combat 2 over here. And over here there's this ad for, over 150 or over 100 characters you could get in the game.
It was 108.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And in my mind, I'm thinking RPGs are going crazy because, what kind of a game could it be where there's that many playable characters? Blows my mind.
Well, so the term playable is a little loose because most of the time, the idea was you were recruiting an army to basically be a rebel army to the big overarching government that was kind of causing issues.
Ooh, very 90s.
Mm-hmm. Right? But not all of them were party members. Some of them would run the shop in your castle. Some would be your medic. Some would be the magician, things like that.
Okay, so they weren't like in your party, learned abilities, all that kind of stuff. Not necessarily.
No, but there were still an amazing amount of characters. So the reason I want Suikoden to come back is it always felt a bit more grounded because it was way more political. It wasn't like, there's this ancient evil arising from the depths of Earth who's going to destroy it all, blah, blah, blah. It's more like, this government's corrupt, let's take them down and kind of help the people. And I always like that, and I feel like we're missing that with a lot of RPGs. Like, you could argue that Final Fantasy 15 was political, but...
I would say all of the stuff outside of 15 was very political, and then 15 itself was kind of just there.
Didn't have a plot? Yeah, that's right, fans. 15 didn't have a plot, and if it did, I don't know where it was. But anyway, aside from the 108 characters that you could recruit, which, by the way, it wasn't story based that you could recruit them. Like, you got maybe 30 of them by just going through the story, but then there were all these side missions you could do to recruit these other characters. That and magic was based on runes, where you would basically get this crystal that was water or fire or something, and would do different things, or they were physical attacks. It was cool. And a combo system where different characters could pair up and do awesome attacks if they were in your party together. And sometimes it was like...
I liked that RPGs back in that era tried to do different things all the time. And they never really messed with it too much because it was still turn-based stuff for the most part. But, whenever they would just throw a curveball in, combo systems, that made Chrono Trigger, that made, Grandia, that made, what's the other one I want to bring up?
I don't know, Persona 5 does it now with the Royal Edition.
Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, I was going to say that. But anyway.
That's another one. And the last thing I want to bring up with Suikoden is there were also these moments in the game that were real-time / turn-based strategy-based, where you formed an army. So to go against the other kingdom, you of course had to go army versus army. So you would pick your characters who were in your party to lead individual pieces of your army and actually go toe-to-toe with them. And there were also
that's awesome.
There were also duels where you would go against enemy commanders and one-on-one duel them. And it was just, there was so much cool stuff going on with that, and like I said, the story was political and a little bit more grounded, little bit till the end when the final boss would turn into a 3-headed golden dragon based on the power of the true rune that he contained. I'm not making that up.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, that's where it has to go. If you've just played a 100-hour RPG, or even a 30-hour RPG, or, anything in between.
Yeah.
You want that ultimate final boss at the end.
Right. So... I have an idea for the next title. Because Suikoden was made by Konami, I want the next one to be Suikoden 6 Korewa Pachinko Janai.
I see the word pachinko in there, so...
Because it stands for Suikoden 6. This isn't pachinko. Because we all know what Konami did. They went off to just make pachinko machines and just dropped all their series.
I'm impressed you went and did the Japanese translation thingy for that. That's pretty good.
The irony is that Suikoden's based off Chinese mythology, so...
Oh.
Yeah. But there you go. What's one of yours?
All right. So there's this series of RPGs that came out. Everyone knows about Square Enix today, right? Right? Well, the Enix part of that, they were a publisher that put out this ridiculous run of really good action RPGs on the Super Nintendo. We're talking Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma, ActRaiser. Really, really good stuff that,
ActRaiser 2?
And ActRaiser 2, even though it's not as good. But the idea is, though, that there were these very Zelda-ish kind of story-driven, really, really fun action RPGs with all these great characters, kind of cool, unique storylines and stuff like that, there's just this golden treasure for anybody who's interested in that kind of thing, who's into ROMs and that kind of stuff. So
people who are fans of the Mana series would...
Oh, yeah. Anybody who's a fan of the Mana series, you're not playing the best Mana games because they're... it's all these...
They're not Mana games.
We need something along those lines. Square Enix is just sitting on all of these this backlog of of trademarks for these games, and man, even just a cool HD upgrade for any of them would be amazing. Let alone bring back any of the games.
Kind of like what they did with Trials of Mana, right?
Right. Now, you did a little bit of research. You found that the games were actually developed by this group called Quintet.
Yes.
Right.
So they were like a developer that was part of Enix, and unfortunately, they haven't been active since 2004 when they made an Inuyasha game, and it's assumed that they're defunct now.
Oh no, that's too bad. So if I were to make a new game with these guys, I would call it Trinity Soul, Illusion of the Enigma Razor. Not
I like
really,
it.
though. They could call
I like it.
They could call it whatever they want. Basically, as long as they could give us anything in that series, and I would be super, super excited. Especially seeing Trials of Mana, how that plays. Man, if they could do an older game in that style,
yeah,
they'd have all my money.
And seriously, do that with Terra Enigma and bring it here, because Trials of Mana, Terra Enigma never made it over to the US officially.
No, we didn't get it.
So
no, we are sad people.
And apparently it's amazing. Everybody talks about it, and I'm like,
it's so good. All right, let's go back to one of yours.
Okay, so my next one, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, and that is the fact that I want to see Front Mission come back.
Oh,
now,
robots,
some
right?
people out... Yes, robots! But some people out there might be thinking, we just got a Front Mission game like last year, and it sucked. Yeah, we did, but hold on. Do you know what I'm talking about, Lambo, by the way?
No, and I kind of don't know. What do you mean?
Left Alive on the PS4. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was a Front Mission game?
It's in the Front Mission universe. It's a spin-off title.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
So here's my thing with the Front Mission series. The main games in the series, and I think there's 5 official, numbered games in the series, are turn-based strategy with customizable mechs. It's awesome. You design your mechs head to toe, all kinds of different weapons, and based on how you build them, you can make different class of units, like a long-range unit, a melee unit, a recon unit, all this different stuff. And it's really cool. And again, it's a bit more grounded in its plot, and I think we need that in some RPGs. But, also the combat. You target individual parts of your opponent's mechs to kind of, stop them from attacking or stop them from moving. You don't just take them out. You gotta, debilitate them. And also, just different weapons working in different ways. It was so good. And the last real Front Mission game we got in the States was... It was either 4 on the PS2 or the DS remake of the first one, I think. I don't even know. I don't know either. But we've gotten 2 since then in Front Mission Evolved, which was an Armored Core style third-person action game.
Armored Core. Yeah.
Right, and it was fun, but it's not Front Mission. And Left Alive, yeah, it sucked, but it wasn't Front Mission. I want a straight-up numbered Front Mission game. I want Front Mission 6 Still Alive.
That's what you call it? Still Alive?
That's what I'd call it, because Left Alive just did not do well.
Oh, that's good.
That's the joke!
Good, actually.
Right, yeah, that's the joke. I want them to bring it back and be like, no, we're still alive.
I think with the whole, because you're into the whole Gunpla model building, I think with that thing becoming so popular, a game like this ticks a lot of boxes. It's a strategy RPG. There's all the customization.
It's seriously one of the most perfect games for me because it does tick all of my boxes.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. So I actually I think I own all of the numbered Front Mission games that did come out in the US. And I did play and beat Evolved. I have not played or beaten Left Alive because it doesn't really have the mechs in it.
Oh,
but someday,
sort of
someday
like
I'm just
Legends. Yeah, with the
Titanfall
series.
Yeah, right. It takes the name or the series and just goes to all the best parts. Apex Legends, you suck. I said it. Anyway, what's your next series?
Mine is the Ogre Battle series, actually. This one goes
another
pretty far back.
Another
to
strategy
Super Nintendo.
series.
A lot of people remember, like, because the best version of the original Ogre Battle series was, like, Ogre Battle 64. That was ridiculously cool. Basically, like, very similar to a lot of the, turn-based strategy games that are kind of there now. The classes were awesome. The stories that kind of happened in between were, like, ridiculously cool. This was, you said, originally developed by Quest, who, why does Square Enix pick up, like, every one of these companies that make RPGs?
I wish I knew.
Why?
Well,
Why?
So I don't know, but this I can tell you. So Ogre Battle and Tactics Ogre are in the same universe, but Ogre Battle always denotes the real-time strategy. Tactics Ogre is the turn-based. And I believe the guy who was behind Tactics Ogre then went on to work with Final Fantasy to make Tactics.
Oh, okay. I think I remember that. Yeah. That was a big deal. That was why they called it Tactics. Yeah.
Right, and I think it was, I don't know, maybe just eliminating the competition? I don't know. I really don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because maybe this series turned into, like, the Final Fantasy Tactics games.
Well,
I guess is the deal.
It did, except they so since Final Fantasy Tactics came out, they've put out 2 Tactics Ogre games in the States. There was Tactics Ogre Knights of Lotus on the GBA, and Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together. They may have been the same game, just redone. I'm not entirely sure.
Let Us Cling Together is the name of a Queen song.
It is. It is. You're correct. And you just informed me of this before we started filming.
Yeah. And Ogre Battle is the name of a Queen song. And the original Ogre Battle game is called March of the Black Queen, which is also a Queen song. So if I'm going to make a new Ogre Battle game, I'm going to call it maybe Ogre Battle We Are the Champions, because that's pretty awesome. Or Ogre Battle in the Lap of the Gods. Or, this is a deep cut, Ogre Battle Dragon Attack. That's the name of a Queen song, everybody. Throwing that out there.
First of all, I did not know that In the Lap of the Gods was a Queen song. And In the Lap of the Gods should just straight up be the subtitle of a JRPG anyway, because that's freaking amazing. I love it.
It should be.
I absolutely love it. Yeah. So I got one more.
I got
one more. And this one has recently been rekindled in my heart because, well, they did an HD re-release of the first 2 games, and that's the Grandia series. I love Grandia. I love Grandia so much.
Yeah, you really, really want me to play this, don't you?
I do. I really, really do. Here's the thing, though, and I don't know if you're going to enjoy it because, and I'm going to go through it real quick. First of all, 4 games. There's been 4 games released in the U.S., 2 outside of the U.S. There was a Game Boy game and Grandia Online, which I know nothing about. So, fun facts. But it was made by a company called Game Arts, which is still out there because they did the HD re-release recently of Grandia 1 and 2. But I want these games to come back because one thing that I'm missing from a lot of JRPGs is this pure, colorful, innocent joy that some of these JRPGs had. Like, when we talk about JRPG
games.
No, it's different because they're meta and they're making fun of it. I want unironic. I want to be an adventurer. I want that kind of thing.
Okay,
and that's what,
fair enough.
That's what those games.
You get that in Tales games, kind of though, too, don't you?
Kind of. Except the other thing is, I want that combat system. The Grandia combat system is unique, and I've only ever seen one other place try it, and that was Child of Light, which was a completely different thing. Yeah. But I've talked about the Grandia combat so many times. It's like everybody shares the same ATB bar, and you hit certain points where you can cancel each other's attacks. You can, not actively, but when you defend, you can either choose to put up a shield or move somewhere on the field to avoid an AoE. And there's just so many cool things going on, especially with the skill learning and whatnot. I could go on and on. But, like I said, it's pure, colorful, unironic, youthful joy. And, 3 of the 4 games are, I want to go out and go on an adventure. And, I know that you made fun of that with, when we talked about JRPGs in the past.
I have to make fun of that. It's the silliest JRPG trope by a long shot.
It is. But I still say you got to try it because I feel like it's a tropey JRPG series that is not bad tropey. It does all the right things to make a really, really great game. So I need to see Grandia 4 let's go on adventures again for the 4th time.
That's what they'd call it? You think so?
No, that's what I would call it, or I would refer to it. Most likely it would just be Grandia 4, because all of the Grandia games have been numbered.
They're all numbered.
Except for Extreme, which actually was done by a different company, but Yeah. But, yeah, so, I mean, you and I could probably talk about more games that we'd like to see come back.
I mean, we could bring up the Beyond the Beyond game, and then its spiritual successor.
Golden Sun?
Golden Sun.
Golden Sun needs to come back. Golden Sun needs to come back. It's not dead yet. Nintendo! Nintendo! Do it! Do it!
There's always Quest 64. There's
Why are you bringing up the worst ones? Because Beyond the Beyond is
Hybrid
garbage.
Heaven. There's a lot of bad ones out there too. It's good.
Well, what about things like Wild Arms or Vagrant
Tecmo
Story?
Secret of the Stars.
What?
Tecmo. You know, like the guys who made the old football games? They made an JRPG.
I love that that's your callback to them. It's like, they made that football game.
Yeah, they made Tecmo Football.
No, I know they did. I know they did. But still.
What JRPGs do you want to see come back? Did we mention one of them? Is there some obscure one you want to tell us about?
Right, or have you learned about a bunch of JRPG series today that you never heard of that you should go out and try? Because I think you can find just about all of them except, like, the Quintet Enix RPG stuff. But still.
There's always illegal means. Ha ha ha.
We don't support piratism. Yarr.
Yarr.
But anyway, don't forget to check us out everywhere on the social medias where we're Nerdstrodamus, except for Twitter, where we're Nerdstrodamus DL for down low. But for Nerdstrodamus, I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
Catch you guys some other time.